Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, loud and clear.
I
You
hope
sound
you can
great.
hear me.
Where are you?
Okay, good. All right, now let me tell you where I am, and you may see this is like live streaming television in progress. You may see some video that pops across your screen shortly of the damage at this home. We are near 44th Street in McDowell, and sort of where the 143 and the 202 meet, and we're just east of that. Small neighborhood, just about a block or so south of the 202 freeway. And this house overnight burned. When we walked up to the house, obviously we saw this damage in the front, but it didn't really reflect the full scope of the fire. And what the homeowners believe happened about 2 in the morning was that with all the wind and the lightning and the wild whipping rain, somehow it dislodged a power cord in the back of the house, the power to the house. And that hot power line fell onto the roof and then started a very fierce fire.
Wow.
Now, you guys can tell me, because I can't see what you're looking at, whether you have that video that we have been turning around in the newsroom to give to you of the damage in the back of the house.
No, so
Samia,
far
do
we're
you
just
have that
looking at the
video that
live
you can roll
picture.
right
Yeah.
now?
No,
Okay.
let's check the folder. We'll check the folder, see if it got dropped
You might
in.
wanna-
But as of right now, we just see your live pics.
Okay, okay, these are terms of art, but it came in through Bit Central remote contributions and is being turned into a movie file. And once that has been accomplished, folks at home, you will know that you'll be able to see the video of the back of the house.
Oh, it looks like Mel sent me a message saying she's working on it. So we'll be having that video
All right, well,
in about
you
a
know
minute
what?
or two.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to call an audible here because I think the homeowner's okay with this. We're just going to walk through the house into the backyard.
This
So
is
disregard
very
looking for
cool.
that video file if it's not in front of
Oh
you.
boy, look at
Wow.
that.
We're going to show you live pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, now this is what was the kitchen, and now we're going to go to the backyard. This is really scary. There's an older woman who lived here, and her son and daughter-in-law happened to be staying the night. They the son smelled that sort of acrid smoke about 2 a.m., and it got him up. And he realized there was a fire, and he raced through the house, getting everybody up and out of the house. Or we could have been looking at a real tragedy, a loss of life tragedy.
Okay, now as
This
you
is the damage in the back of the home.
so Steve, as you walked all the way
You can see
across the
this, right?
backyard, are you kind of to the? I know you're not a fire investigator, but are we at what they feel was more the area of the origin of the point of the fire?
Yes, that's fair to say. And Corey, if you turn to the left, Corey Goodwin, our photographer, and look up at that line, you can see that downed power line. That's where it fell down during the storm.
Wow.
And I don't know all the technical answers here, whether that was hot at the time that the wind may have whipped it down, but it landed in this area. You can see that cord. As we walk through, you can actually see the cord on top of that sort of a truck, on the hood of the truck, and then coming over to this burned out Mercedes 190E, this old Mercedes, totally burned out through there, and then into this area that might have been a porch or some sort of an Arizona room or something in the back of this house. It's totally gone. And next to it, there seems to be a supply room. And the smell here is that typical acrid, awful smell in the wake of a fire of hazardous chemicals and burned out wood. And it's really bad.
Even now, all these hours later, yeah.
Right. But everyone in the home was safe.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, but here's the thing. This homeowner, who's an older lady who's lived here for 24 years,
Right.
I didn't ask her age, but she's pretty elderly, has no insurance.
Oh my God.
No insurance.
That's heartbreaking.
So she has no way to get back on her feet.
my
Yeah.
God.
They gave me their phone number, which we can share with folks later. Yeah. And so what we're going to try to do is reach out to our viewers so that this family can be helped.
Right. This is really sad.
And that's sort of where we are on this. This is another trashed out car, all the insulation down. And this was, I don't know if we showed you this already, but inside the house, this is the living room. Wow. Careful of all these wires down here. All right, I'll get out of the way. Careful of this, Corey. We have a lot of things that we don't want to trip over. That appears to be the living room, or what was the living room.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Oh my god.
yeah. So this is what happened. The ceiling, of course, trashed out. Yeah.
So
The
sad.
firefighters were able to contain it to this one home. We didn't have injuries, but we have a lot of dislocation to the lives of this family.
Right.
And so this is what happens without insurance. You're really in a bad situation. So now you've seen, we just heard that there was a fire overnight near the 143 and the 202. So we just drove through the neighborhoods just trying to find out anything we could. We heard it was on McKinley, and it is. So that's where it stands right now. So this might be some of the more severe damage. This might be some of the more severe damage that occurred as a result of the weather last night, if indeed that's what was to blame for this. But that hot power source, if that's what it was, that can't be good if that lands on your house.
No, it can't. be.
It's
So you guys have any questions about this scene?
well, I just have a comment, which is so often we hear reports of an elderly
You guys
person.
have any more questions?
Yeah, are you able to hear us, Steve? Here we go. We got a little bit of a time delay,
Okay,
but
well, Can't hear you
I
anymore,
guess he
so I'm
can't hear us.
assuming that you
Okay.
got all the information that you need.
Steve Krafft, can you hear
We're going
me?
to go on and
1, 2,
work on some
1,
other
2,
stories
Steve
for the
Krafft,
new newscast.
Can you hear me?
Hello,
See you later.
Hi, Steve. I guess Steve can't hear us.